big cat. Welcome to my therapy. This ain't your ordinary world, it's extraordinary. See, I'm a high priestess lightworker, here to guide your way through the waves of life. We'll find a new path to embrace. Tarot, astrology, numerology in our hands. No weapon formed against you shall ever stand. We're winners, we never quit, we always keep on going. Quitters never win, but we're always growing. Hey there, big cat, let's chase the highest vibration. Together we'll create a new world, a brand new nation.
Namaste, Big Cat Water Signs, Grand Rising. Welcome or welcome back to Big Cat Astrology, Big Cat Wave, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Moon and Rising. The planetary hot topics to add to your almanac over the next 7 days. On the 3rd of January 2024, Mars enters Capricorn, ushering in a period where the planet of energy promotes a disciplined and strategic approach to your ventures. Focus on long-term goals, utilize diligent effort, and cultivate patience to conquer challenges. On the 4th of January, the Moon in Scorpio sextiles Mars in Capricorn. This presents a supportive aspect that encourages you to pursue your goals with a strategic and determined mindset. Allow your emotions to propel your actions towards your objectives. You also have the Moon entering Scorpio. Channel your attention towards beneficial transformations, seize control and empower yourself. A considerate and sincere approach will be advantageous at this time. On the 5th, the Moon in Scorpio is opposite Uranus in Taurus. This may manifest as abrupt emotional shifts or disturbances in your security and stability. Flexibility and adaptability play a crucial role during this phase. Focus on implementing minor changes to your big picture. On the 6th, the Moon enters Sagittarius. Emotions take on an optimistic and enthusiastic, adventurous tone. Seek new experiences. Maintain an open-minded outlook and express your emotions with honesty and directness. This aspect may also bring restlessness. On the 7th, Mercury in Sagittarius squares Neptune in Pisces. This may see your imagination take the reins, making it challenging to focus on mundane matters. Engage in creative projects and give your mind a break, please. On the 8th, the Sun in Capricorn trines Uranus in Taurus. This encourages, during this time, you might be creative and be more practical. Blend stability and positivity to bring transformation. Stay open-minded to experiences. Consider how you can creatively enhance the different aspects of your life. On the 9th, Mars in Capricorn sextiles Saturn in Pisces. This brings a focused and disciplined energy. It's an excellent time to direct your efforts towards achieving your goals. You also have the Moon entering Capricorn. Make the most of this disciplined energy. Remember to be aware of how your emotions can influence your reputation. Law number 5 of the 48 Laws of Power. Reputation is everything. Please stay tuned in for the tarot reading to follow. Big Cat Wave. Namaste! Grand Rising water signs. Welcome or welcome back for your next 7 days. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Big Cat Wave. Let's dive in, darling dears, and unpack. Oh, you have a 4, darling dears.
The energy of 1 speaks about evaluate everything, question everything that comes across your cranium, your eye chakras, darling dears, and your ear chakras. Pay attention. Because you all have to make a major decision, darling dears, but you are being prompted not to make this major life-changing decision until after the 11th of January. What's happening then? The new moon in Capricorn, darling dears. Because it marks a time for setting your practical goals, initiating plans, focusing on your long-term ambitions, your wants, darling dears. Why? Because you've got a 3, darling dears, and the key word to 3 is conflict. Someone wants tongue wrestling, darling dears. They want the back and forth. Oh my God, have you got the hairline for it, darling dears? These questions you must ask yourself. They're trying to bring discord into your life. Why? Because someone or someone's realizes that your life path is about to make a major direction change, darling dears. And somebody don't like it. Well, that's their business, blood. Together, it makes the energy of a 4. You could be a life path 4. Your birthday could be the 4th, the 13th, the 22nd, or the 31st. Or that date is significant to you. Or it could be a door number, darling dears. All right, let's press on. You are an organizer, darling dears. Your luckiest numbers over the next 7 days will be 2, 4, and 8. Your luckiest days will be Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday. It's about you avoiding stress, darling dears. According to the life paths, the number 4 is ruled by Uranus, darling dears. Uranus speaks about a change, an unexpected change coming your way. The number 4 rules the letters D, M, and V, and Uranus rules the letters D, M, and T. Okay. The energy of the 4, darling dears, it speaks about you wanting more order in your life. It speaks about you being, or maybe you're tired of being in service to others. You want to create your own foundations. Well, it's going to take discipline, and you have to be what? Reliable on self. The number 4, according to the numerology, is ruled by the sun. And again, we see the Uranus energy. The sun is about self, darling dears. As well as what? New beginnings. Yep. Definitely a new beginning coming your way, darling dears. The number 4 is also, according to the aspects in astrology, is ruled by the square, darling dears. It speaks about conflict and frustration, which is going to bring about a new change. Yeah, you're being kicked out of some form of comfort zone, darling dears. It's time for you to create a new structure. The square of it all also speaks about it, you feeling confined, conflicted around limited beliefs, limited systems. You're about to break out of that confinement, darling dears. Love it. I don't hate it, darling dears. According to Tarot, the number 4 is ruled by the Emperor. And again, the Emperor, Mars and Aries energy, is about claiming dominion over yourself. You may be a father. You may be a father, or it's to do with your father, darling dears. Maybe your father brought structure to you, or you're going to bring a structure that you never experienced before, darling dears. Something more stable, not wanting to be around volatile branches. Yeah, we've got to call them branches, darling dears, because they can break at any time, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and your pocket. Yeah, financially. This is the time for you to step into a more leadership role. Some of you will be taking a job in a leadership role, management position, but it also speaks about an entrepreneurial side for others. You are activating your entrepreneurial side, my water signs, over the next 7 days. You're also going to be receiving some big news from someone who's going to be a partner, whether it's business or love, I don't know, darling dears. You'll have to get a personal for that. But yeah, major foundations being built. The energy of the 4 is about you being in manifestation mode, and again, it points to structure, wanting more stability in your life. This is about using your intuition and your discernment, and in most cases, you're going to have to hold your tongue because someone is trying to scupper you and put you back on the rocks of life, or keep them on that branch. Yeah, that can break at any moment. All right. Let's press on, darling dears. I'm feeling guided to get intuitive cards. Let's get a quick message from the intuitive deck. Yeah, enlightenment, spiritual illumination, and what? Realization, darling dears. You've realized something, a thing or two, and it's about you listening to your intuition and your discernment. You're starting to listen to how your body feels when you're around certain energies in certain places. It could be a romance, it could be a friendship, family members, it could be a job, darling dears. But you're starting to listen to your bodily functioning signals, darling dears, in order to what? Remove yourself, because I told you, you have to make a major decision, a major choice. Your life path is about to change direction. Enlightenment could be you going to the more spiritual side. You could be a tarot reader, darling dears, or you viewing the world, this Malkuth, of a more spiritual light. It also speaks about, for me, somebody's had some kind of a dream, or they've had deja vu about the situation that's unfolding in front of them, darling dear. You've already lived it, but this time you get to do it the right way. All right, let's press on. Let's see what your oracle ancestral message is. Overall oracle ancestral message. Yeah. You're wanting to be independent, but you have to what? Protect yourself and keep your circle small. You stand on the biggest pentacale of them all, darling dears. And again, it speaks about abundance, growth. You're manifesting, darling dears. But it's about your emotional stability, which is really of the greatest import, darling dears. It's in the upright. Your mental health is looking on the up and up. You may hear of somebody of an engagement, or someone started wedding planning, as well as maybe you're about to purchase some land, darling dears, but something major is coming your way over the next 7 days. It's going to be a season of improvements, but you have to go through the fire in order to get to the what? The lake of infinite possibilities, darling dears. A new beginning, but it's about spiritually protecting yourself. Black obsidian crystal by your mirror. If you have a mirror in your boudoir, darling dears. Why? Because mirrors are portals. Mirrors trap the whole Richter scale of emotions, darling dears, as well as what? Dinges. Look that up, darling dear. Lots of trapped energy in mirrors. This is why we use the obsidian, black obsidian, or the snowflake, or black obsidian snowflake, or the black tourmaline crystal next to a mirror in your boudoir, darling dears. Some of you may have been feeling, I don't know, like you're being held down in your bed. It's because you haven't protected yourself from the mirror. And anybody thinking badly of you whilst looking in a mirror, darling dears, I'm telling you. Protect your auric field, darling dears, but it also speaks about you upgrading in some way, being more stable. You're manifesting it, and that energy is intensifying. Yeah, a lot of people are going to be struck to stone. Yes, people that you're going to listen. I think it's culling season for you, or cutting out what no longer serves you. People that watched you go through many a traumatic cycle, or put you in it, darling dears. Why? Because you was on their level. You're leveling up. And what they sent to you through a mirror, darling dears, it's being sent right back at them. Remember, I told you that. No weapon formed against the water sign shall prosper. In the name of the Most High, Father, God, Mother, Isis. Ephesians 6:13, the whole spiritual of armor of God. I send to you, water sign. Oh, wow. Somebody's not happy about this change. And I'm getting the feeling that somebody wants to be solo dolo, like the boys or girls on the pole. They're leaving a situation where there's no growth, glass ceiling and all that. Tired of looking at other people's butt cheeks as they're being promoted over you. Right, let's get a deck. We want to know what your overall theme for the week is. Then we'll ask some direct questions. Because this week you have a lot of major planet movements. You've got Sagittarius, Mercury going direct in Sagittarius. You also have on the 4th of January Mars entering Capricorn. which is going to cause you to be more disciplined and practical with your actions, focusing on your long-term ambitions, darling dears, your goals, your dreams and your pursuits. And as I said, the new moon on the 11th of January, where you set your intentions for your practical goals going forward, the plans you wish to initiate. Okay, your theme, good golly and gosh, is the Devil card in Tarot. This is Capricorn as well as Aquarius energies. Oh my God. Because I looked at it and I immediately thought of Saturn, okay? But Saturn doesn't rule, because this temptation card, the Devil card in Tarot, is ruled by the 8th house. And the 8th house is Scorpio energy, darling dears, but it's also the house of joint finances. It could be the marital home. The 8th house is also the house of death and rebirth, death of intimacy in a situation possibly. This is about letting go, somebody looking at their investments within a situation, resisting a temptation to keep the key in a situation, darling dear. You're giving them back the key and getting that devil off your back. Good golly and gosh. Yeah. It also speaks about there may have been a bit of cognitive dissonance from the drugs or the alcohol, darling. There's some form of addiction or addictive behavior. Maybe it was addicted to drama in this situation. It was definitely codependent. I just said one night stand. Somebody wishes they'd left the situation to be a one night stand and that's it. Good golly and gosh. But most of all, it's about divorcing yourself, right? Whether figuratively or literally, from a toxic relationship, a toxic situation. Somebody's looking at their worldly possessions that they accumulated in a situation, darling dears, as they try to separate themselves. It could be a job, it could be a relationship, it could be a family member. Good golly and gosh. Let me put this up high so we don't forget. Got a lot going on this week, water signs. Letting go of many situations that don't serve you. Somebody may even find an object in the house, darling dears, the enlightenment of it all. Something that was put to keep you tied to a situation. Look around your bed area, especially the side of the bed where you sleep. Look underneath it, darling dears. Remember I told you that? Find anything, hit me up in the Gmail and we'll have a tete-a-tete with your findings, about your findings. Oh, I can see the parchment under there. Something's written on a piece of paper underneath where you sleep, darling dears. Somebody tried to keep you in a situation, and behind that, yeah, they wanted the situation to go on, but you can see the phoenix rising from the ashes. This is a time for clearance for you, darling dears. You're cutting it out. You're cutting it out. Somebody's gonna find something written, possibly on parchment paper, where they sleep. Somebody trying to keep you where you don't want to be kept, darling dears. Free will. This is what the Most High gave us all, darling. All right. Base of the deck, patience, darling dear. This has been a long time coming, and you have to be patient with yourself as you sow the seeds of what? Tomorrow. Yeah, because you want options. 7 of Cups. Okay. Oh, it's only a small spin. Let's ask some direct questions. What about your work and finances for the water signs for the next 7 days? Work and finances. What guidance does the cards offer? Yeah. Somebody's looking at how they're overgave in a situation, darling dears. Yeah. Somebody's also looking at the fact in a job situation, they don't feel as though they're being paid enough. It feels like it's unfair treatment, but you're about to boss up, darling, as we already said. Leaving a job, a relationship, a business. You could be a father or have a father figure there. But if you're an entrepreneur, darling dears, everything's going to come up roses for you, darling dears. You're going to be in a position to what? Give as well as receive, darling dears. This is a new level to your platform if you have one. Well, as I said, as far as a relationship, somebody feels that they've overgiven in a situation and they want to release this situation in order to find their own happiness. Put this dark time behind them. But your money's looking good, darling dears, because we see a scale here, Libra energy, and Libra is what? The 7th house, the house of contractual partnerships. Definitely somebody feels like they overgave in a situation. But it also speaks about turning that partner into an open enemy now that you want to leave. Look, what did I say? Words are going to be swapped, darling. As I told you, it's going to be a tense and nerve-wracking situation when somebody realizes that they don't want to give, someone realizes that the water sign is not given to a situation anymore. But your finances, one more card on the finances. Yeah, you're dropping a burden, darling. There's whatever you're dropping out of your life, darling. This is going to free up more finances for you to create a stable foundation for yourself. Yeah. Work-wise, relationship-wise, partnership-wise, whatever the situation, your finances will be a lot better once you drop what it is you need to drop off. What about this? Yeah, the cards not going together. You are dropping off a lot of people in 2024. What about the single water signs for the next 7 days? Listen. Some kind of situation, darling dears. In a single situation, somebody's going to find out that they are not the only person on this particular, whomsoever they're dealing with romantically. This is somebody releasing a situation, falling back on what? Their higher self, darling dears. The Hierophant is represented by the second house. It's about your values, darling dears, your income and your routines. This is about you being spiritually guided to let go of a situation that you've overextended yourself in mentally, physically, emotionally, financially. You're letting it go. 2 5s on its face, darling dears. Once you put down that situation, darling dear, once you leave it alone, leave the entanglements alone, right? Your finances and your mental health is going to be on the up and up. But this is about you having faith the size of the mustard seed. This is you releasing a situation that you're possibly addicted to, my sim. Look. Told you, you're releasing a situation. This is why you're going to be solo dolo, like the boys or girls on the pole. Again, another isolation card. Yeah, you're leaving a situation, darling dears, where your value and your worth meant nothing. This is somebody that possibly even cheated on you, darling dears. There's lies, abused your pocketbook, your handbag, and your wallet. Okay, so you're leaving a situation, or you've left a situation. What next? You've got good news coming towards you because you fell back. This is a new beginning. If you are single, darling dears, the Knight of Wands could also represent a fickle partner, someone who loves to love you, baby, you and everyone else. But it also speaks about some kind of good news coming towards you, world card, via the internet. It could be the application of a new job. And it also speaks about movement, darling dear. Somebody's going to find a new home, and single person or somebody who is newly single is about to find a new home, somewhere where they can rest and be their own free spirit self. Yeah, moving away from a Jezebel spirit. Good God. Good child, the cards ain't ramping today, blood. Full on. Revelations 2:20. Yeah, somebody's moving away from a Jezebel. They want to be on their own. On my own. Yeah. Okay. What about the relationships? Current relationship or a potential new connection over the week ahead? About the relationships. Cards don't want to go together. Oh, they're going in smoothly. Okay. Relationships, current relationship. There's some kind of healing in a situation. There's some talking going on, darling dears. Yeah. Talking about some kind of infidelity, or maybe somebody in a partnership made a major decision without, yeah, that's exactly what it was. Somebody rushed in and made a major decision without consulting their partner. Yeah, and now they're proper sorry, mate. Hey, woo, child. Yeah. The two knights on the table speaks about major disagreements. You can see it, they're not seeing eye to eye. One of the partners went ahead and made a decision on their own, rushed into a decision, or will be over the next 7 days. What was the decision? Something about travel, booking a vacation, a holiday, or even movement, darling dear, but you didn't consult your partner. And you should have known better. High Priestess is about keeping secrets. Your partner sees you as deceptive, rushing into a situation where you've possibly lost money. Yeah. Very sneaky and underhanded. There's a lot of disagreements in a relationship over the next 7 days, darling dears, due to a decision that was made without the consent of the other partner. We do see the Lover's card. Gemini energies, that third house of communication. There was no communication. It's on its face. It could have been a third party. Whatever that decision was, it wasn't the right thing, blood. What's going to be the resolution of that situation? Peace, brother. I think somebody's going to be saying peace out. When we see 2 5s, it's about letting go, darling dears. Yeah, let it go. Lordy, 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 listen. Don't judge me. I just come with the messages, darling dears. I'm a pointer, not a picker. If I see it, I say it. Let's do one on your health. I am not, I repeat, I acknowledge that I am not a qualified medical professional, darling dears. This is just what the cards are saying. If you feel that you've got an ailment, please consult a medical professional. Somebody's feeling disappointed about their health. 4 of Cups. Good golly and gosh. The 4 of Cups is Cancer and Moon energy. Okay, let's get in a bit deeper. So they're not happy about something. Moon energy is an issue with your stomach area. It could be your breasts. It could be the pancreas. Because the moon energy is about inner self. So you've had an inkling that you've been feeling unwell around these areas. The moon also covers the spleen, membrane, and the brain. Somebody's upset over a situation, something to do with the membrane, the breast, the stomach. That area, yeah, you need healing in that area, darling dears. Please go for a checkup over the next 7 days. It's very important. Strike while the iron's hot, darling dear. Don't sit down and stress yourself out over it. Go for a checkup, darling dear. Go for a checkup. Yeah, King of Pentacles could also represent a medical profession. Go to see the head honcho. Even if you have to pay to go private, your health is your wealth. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. All right. Temptation, getting away from addictive behaviors. Maybe it was the addictive behaviors that put you in this medical situation, darling dear. But you have to remember, you have to be stronger than the temptation. In order for true change to come into your life, we saw it from Uranus energy, you have to be the change. And you have to let go of codependent situations. And don't be enticed by the sex. You can get that anywhere. You can pick up a soul tie from a Jezebel spirit anywhere, blood. Anywhere. Lesson for the week. Yeah. To get over betrayal, darling dears. To cut out things that broke your heart, situations that are no longer serving you, situations that made you feel cut off, situations that you overgave in a situation. It's to learn the lesson, darling dear, but not live in the heartbreak. Yeah, work on your healing, your mental health, your finances. This is about you being focused. And it also speaks about maybe you need to get some mental health work, darling dears. Yeah, Pentacles again speaks about your health. Could be your mental health. Maybe you need to see a counselor, a psychologist, darling dears, a life coach, whatever it is. It speaks, the lesson is to what? When you need advice, seek it, but seek it from the right person. The right person who is qualified to give you advice on that situation. You can't go to people that are still living in the reverse root chakra, in their own Sodom and Gomorrah story, and ask for advice. You can't ask someone who's, like I said, you can't do, well, you can do what you like. I'm just giving you the advice. I told you it wouldn't work, but it is what it is. I'm also hearing the loss of a pregnancy, darling dears. My condolences. Yeah. But you have a world ahead of you, darling dears. You'll be pregnant again. Remember, I told you that. On that note, I drops me mic to love to my Teesprings, my Patreon, or my TikToks. Thank you very much for your continued support of me in this channel. If you'd like a personal read, hit me up in the Gmail. All of my intel is in the description box below. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share these messages with whomsoever you feel needs it. And as I always say, don't get smoked. And don't smoke yourself. From the ashes, baby. Namaste. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, big cat wave. Until we meet again on these tarot streets. Cat, 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 cat.
Hey, big cat, welcome to my therapy. This ain't your ordinary world, it's extraordinary. See, I'm a guide your way through the waves of life. We'll find a new path to embrace. Tarot, astrology, numerology in our hands. No weapon formed against you shall ever stand. We're winners, we never quit, we always keep on going. Quitters never win, but we're always growing. Hey there, big cat, let's chase the highest vibration. Together we'll create a new world, a brand new nation.